The hidden architecture of thought. Imagine standing at the threshold of an ancient temple. Its doors carved with symbols that whisper of an invisible power, one that shapes destinies, molds realities, and forges the very essence of human experience. This is the realm James Allen invites us into with As a Man Thinketh, a slender volume that carries the weight of centuries of wisdom distilled into a few potent truths. The book is not merely a collection of ideas. It is a mirror held up to the soul, revealing the unspoken law that governs all creation. Thought is the sculptor of life. From the first page, Allen's words unfold like a sacred text, not in the sense of rigid dogma, but as a living, breathing revelation. He does not argue his case with the force of a debater, but instead speaks with the quiet certainty of one who has glimpsed the hidden architecture of existence. His premise is deceptively simple. A man is literally what he thinks. Yet beneath this simplicity lies a cosmos of implication. For if thought is the seed of action, and action the root of destiny, then the mind is the silent architect of all that we are and all that we will become. The world often feels like a storm of external forces, chance, fate, the actions of others, but Allen pulls back the veil to show that these are but reflections of an internal landscape. The mind is not a passive observer, but an active creator, shaping circumstances as surely as a river carves its path through stone. This is not a call to naive optimism, nor is it a denial of life's hardships. Rather, it is an invitation to recognize the profound responsibility each of us holds in the quiet chambers of our own thinking. Allen's philosophy resonates with the echoes of ancient traditions. The Stoics spoke of the dominion of perception, the Buddhists of the mind as the forerunner of all states, and the Hermeticists declared, as above, so below, as within, so without. Yet Allen's genius lies in his ability to strip these truths of esoteric complexity and present them as practical, immediate tools for transformation. His words are not meant to be admired from a distance, but to be lived, to be tested in the crucible of daily existence. Consider the metaphor of a garden, one that Allen himself employs. The mind is the soil, thoughts are the seeds, and the harvest is the life that unfolds. Neglect the garden, and weeds will choke the potential for beauty. Tend it with care, and what blooms will be a reflection of that labor. This is not a passive process. It demands vigilance, discipline, and, above all, self-awareness. For every thought allowed to take root, whether nourishing or poisonous, will inevitably bear fruit in the outer world. There is a cosmic dimension to this understanding, a recognition that the individual mind is not isolated but part of a vast, interconnected tapestry. Just as a single ripple disturbs the surface of a pond, so too does a thought reverberate through the fabric of reality. Allen's work hints at this deeper order, suggesting that the laws governing thought are as immutable as the laws of physics. To align with them is to step into harmony with life itself. To defy them is to invite unnecessary suffering. Yet, for all its grandeur, As a Man Thinketh remains grounded in the deeply personal. It speaks to the student struggling with doubt, the artist wrestling with inspiration, the laborer weighed down by circumstance. Each is reminded that the key to their condition lies not in the external world, but in the internal one. This is both a humbling and an empowering realization, for it means that no matter how entrenched our challenges may seem, the power to reshape them begins within. As we stand at the beginning of this exploration, let us approach Allen's words, not as distant philosophy, but as a living guide. Let us examine the core themes that form its foundation. the symbolic narratives that illuminate its truths, and the practical steps that allow these insights to take root in our daily lives. 4. In doing so, we do not merely read a book, we engage in an act of